All right, 7:06 for the first time this morning. Let's say good morning to... Wow, Kristi, you're here. I thought I saw you yesterday, and you mentioned that there was a slight chance of a shower for the ceremonies today. Has that changed?
Yeah, for the better, actually. It does look like we will be dry through the morning hours, which is great. It is Vancouver. It is November. Maybe bring a rain jacket just in case, or at least just to keep yourself warm. But for the most part, things look dry, which is really nice. And that's for many parts of the province. So let's get into things temperature-wise. Thanks so much, Jason. It is dry out there right now. We are seeing a little bit of cloud cover, but the visibility is unlimited. And when we look at the trend that we're expecting throughout the day, near the 10 o'clock hour, you can expect the temperature to warm up to about 9 degrees, which is typically our daytime high. It's going to be fairly mild today. We'll be up to 11. And yes, the cloud will continue throughout the day, but we are expecting it to remain dry. A look at the interior regions, though, it is quite chilly across many areas this morning, so we had clearer skies that allowed us to lose that heat. So it will take a little while to warm up. So if you're headed to any of the ceremonies that are in the interior, central interior or Kelowna area, it will sort of be on the cooler side, about 7-8 degrees. So keep that in mind, but it is also looking dry and brighter for those of you in the interior. So this is at 10 a.m. where we'll see bright skies all across the interior regions. The best chance for showers is on the outer coast of Vancouver Island, northern regions, and the north coast area. And then as we head into our Wednesday, that's when we're going to see rain return. It's not going to be today. It really will be tomorrow that we're expecting the wet weather to shift in. So I'm a little bit behind schedule here, but I'll hurry up, Jason. But this is our day today. Looks pretty nice for Remembrance Day because, as you well know, it can be pretty wet, certainly at times. And this is a lucky one because we've got a very wet week ahead of us. Okay, back to you.
All right, Kristi, nice to have you this morning. Thank you so much. All right, 7:20, there's Kristi Gordon. And yesterday was pretty dry. Can we expect the same today?
We sure can. For the most part across the province, not all areas, but it looks like at most of the centers where we are going to see Remembrance Day ceremonies this morning, we will see dry conditions. I want to show you the temperatures, though, to start with. It cooled off quite a bit last night. So in Metro Vancouver, we dropped down to 5. We're at 6 now, so we've increased a bit. But look at Princeton, -1. Kelowna, you're at 3 degrees. And in Prince George, where there's also a ceremony, 3 degrees there. We are going to see the temperatures climb, but it'll take a little while. So here's a quick look. Right now we have mainly clear skies across Metro Vancouver, but there's still quite a bit of cloud cover across the region. So I am anticipating cloud cover at times, but in terms of dry weather, it looks like we'll really be lucky, not only here in Metro Vancouver, but in Victoria as well. We are anticipating dry conditions. So again, we will see a little bit of cloud cover, but generally you'll see the sun peek through. In fact, some areas will see lots of sunshine. In terms of temperature, around the 10 o'clock hour, it'll be about 9 degrees, which is actually what we typically warm up to in the afternoon for this time of year. And looking at the interior regions, we have a bit of cloud cover, but for the most part, we're expecting conditions to remain dry throughout the day. So here's a look at the forecast as an example. In the Kelowna region, brighter skies anticipated and about 8 degrees by the 10 o'clock hour. And for those of you in Prince George, we'll likely see temperatures climb to about 6 degrees. So there's your forecast. We are expecting sunshine in through the interior regions. Again, dry conditions except for areas like Valemont and on the outer coast of Vancouver Island. Periods of rain anticipated in the Tofino region, but up to 12 degrees this afternoon for our region. And a quick look at the next few days, Jason. It's certainly lucky that we got this nice day today for Remembrance Day because it's looking wet beyond that. Back to you.
Ideal for today. Okay, thanks, Kristi. Wonderful news. All right, 8:38, there's Kristi Gordon on this Tuesday, or so is it Tuesday? It is Tuesday, Remembrance Day. Kristi.
It is. It's hard when you're working so many mornings. What day is it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jason. So Remembrance Day, yes, Tuesday. And, things are really looking up in a lot of parts of the province. We were anticipating more cloud cover this morning, but it is turning out to be lovely. And there's a very reason why, and I'll show you that in a second, but unlimited visibility. Temperature-wise, we're at 7 degrees now. So the frontal band that's across the region, you can see it across much of southern BC, and that's why we were anticipating that in Metro Vancouver. But it looks like we've been very lucky. We're just on the southern edge of it. Doesn't mean that's going to be the case all day. This could slump further south and we'll see some cloud cover at times, but certainly in terms of that slight chance of showers we were anticipating, that's not going to happen. So it's perfect timing for Remembrance Day ceremonies, not only here in Metro Vancouver, but across Victoria as well. Things are looking up. So we are anticipating temperatures to be around 7-8 degrees as we head towards Remembrance Day ceremonies, highs of 11 or 12 across the south coast. And for those of you in Kelowna, we'll likely see highs reach 10 degrees and around your Remembrance Day ceremony about 8 degrees. Also some cloud cover for you, but still bright skies and great conditions in Prince George as well. Likely still cool in the morning, but we'll warm up to highs of 7 degrees by the afternoon. It's Wednesday that we're expecting wet weather, and it will shift in along coastal regions in the morning, and unfortunately it will be a parade of storms as we head into the latter part of the week and into the weekend. So make use of today. We certainly have some nice bright skies on the way for not only the Remembrance Day ceremonies, but I know a lot of people have the day off and you can make use of it and spend some time with your family. So there you go, highs of 12 degrees, Jason, and then definitely wet over the next couple of days right through the weekend at this point. Back to you.
All right, here's Kristi Gordon now with a look at your forecast for today and beyond.
Thanks so much, Jason. So we certainly have lucked out for Remembrance Day ceremonies. We well know, since it is November, that we can get very wet days on this day, which is not a lot of fun for anyone heading out to those ceremonies. But we do have a weak front across southern BC, but it is just that. It's weak. It's bringing cloud cover across a region, but for the most part, conditions are bright. And as you very well know, if you're looking outside your window in Metro Vancouver, we're seeing some sunshine, which is great. And temperatures have rebounded, so we were quite cool in the morning with clear skies, but we're expecting highs to reach above seasonal values, so it'll be fairly mild in the afternoon as well. So this is at 10 a.m. Still a chance of showers for the outer coast of Vancouver Island, but southern Vancouver Island, Metro Vancouver dry, nice and bright in the interior, and just a chance of showers along the coast. Tomorrow's a whole different ballgame though. We are expecting wet weather to shift in southern BC across the north coast area. This is tomorrow morning, and then it takes over many parts of the province as we head through the latter part of the day on Wednesday, and it's really one of those scenarios where we're opening the floodgates to a series of systems that will impact the region over the next several days. So this is the long range forecast, everyone. Make use of today, that's for sure. Here's a quick look around the province with bright skies today. We are expecting highs of about 6-7 degrees in the central interior, 10-11 in through the southern interior. So really pleasant conditions. And typically in Metro Vancouver for this time of year, we'd be seeing highs of about 9 degrees. Yesterday, we were up to about 14-15 degrees, but we'll certainly take the 11 or 12 for Remembrance Day today because, as I mentioned, beyond that, Jason, it is certainly looking wet. We're right back into sort of typical November type weather. Back to you.
Classic November rain. Okay, Kristi, thank you so much. All right, the cat came back. So is Kristi with a look at your weather forecast for this Tuesday. Good morning.
That's right, Tuesday and Remembrance Day. You know, Jason, we talked a little bit about this earlier, being that it is November. Remembrance Day ceremonies can certainly be very wet. So we're so lucky right now to have bright skies across the Metro Vancouver region. We were anticipating more cloud cover, and I'll show you a bit more on that in a second. But we're at 8 degrees, unlimited visibility, and temperatures will be above seasonal for this time of year. So things are really looking up. I just want to quickly show you some photos. These were taken last night across the region where we had Aurora Borealis displayed all across many parts of Western Canada. Matt captured this as he was on a plane. So stunning shots. Thanks so much to Matt for that one. All right, so here's a look. Southern BC, we are looking at a bit of cloud cover, and that's why we were anticipating that in Metro Vancouver. But it looks like we're just north of this weak front. So we are still seeing that cloud cover, but it's not producing much precipitation, if any at all. The best chance of precipitation would be on the outer coast of Vancouver Island today. These are our expected daytime highs, so really nice for this time of year. As we mentioned, though, we've got sort of a series of systems that are set to move on shore. It pushes in by tomorrow morning, and then that's the floodgates that we're anticipating to continue to stay open as a series of systems move on shore. So enjoy today, everyone, with bright skies anticipated across the region and temperatures above seasonal. It really will be lovely for this Remembrance Day in many parts of the province, and that includes the interior regions where we do still have a number of Remembrance Day ceremonies today. So as I mentioned, Jason, definitely wet over the next couple of days. We're certainly lucky today. Back to you.
And Kristi, looks like a beautiful day in the capital city.
Nice. Yeah, it sure is nice. So we're certainly lucky. Rainfall is very common this month, but we have had pleasant conditions. We do have a weak front all across southern BC, and you can certainly see cloud cover in the interior and parts of the south coast as well. But Victoria, Vancouver, we're just on the southern edge of it. So we could have had a little bit more cloud cover, but we lucked out big time. We will still see some cloud cover at times, but it is anticipated to remain bright, and we're expecting highs to reach 11 or 12 degrees. We'll likely see slightly cooler conditions around the sort of 10 or 11 o'clock hour, but still really nice for this time of year and above seasonal. A chance of showers on the outer coast of Vancouver Island today, but it's not until tomorrow that most areas will see the rainfall. So in the morning hours, the North Coast region, Metro Vancouver, southern BC, just along the BC-US border, but then by the afternoon, all areas will see that wet weather shift in, and that means snowfall for the northern regions. So we're going to have a look around the province right now. The next 2 days for the BC Peace River area looks nice, but by late Wednesday you'll see the snow shift in, and you'll see that on Wednesday. Bit of an opposite effect for the Whitehorse region, where you'll see a little bit of snowfall for today. So unsettled across the north coast for the next couple of days, but the pattern for most of the interior regions is very similar to this, with 2 bright days, but by late Wednesday you'll see that moisture shift in, and we will see unsettled weather come Thursday. Whereas for southern BC, you may see it a little bit later in the day, Wednesday, that transition, and you can see that here in the Thompson Okanagan region as well. So there's a chance of showers tomorrow shifting in, but more so the wet weather for the interior regions is Thursday through the weekend. But for the south coast, it begins tomorrow. We're expecting wet weather not only tomorrow, but into Thursday, Friday, and our weekend. So Remembrance Day looking pretty nice right now, with highs of reaching about 11 or 12 degrees. Jason, back to you.
All right, but here comes the rain. Thank you very much, Kristi. All right, 9:38. Let's check in with Kristi now. Look at a forecast. It turns out to be a pretty good day, as you predicted.
Yeah, very, very lucky. Actually, I have to admit, no, it wasn't really as we predicted, because we were anticipating more cloud cover this morning, and I'll show you why in a second. But as Jason said, yeah, it's certainly lucky. It's turning out to be a beautiful day. Temperature-wise, we're at 8 degrees right now, and we're expecting highs to be above seasonal for this time of year, sort of 11, 12 degrees. Typically, we'd be up to about 9. I want to quickly show you the temperatures across the region, and we are starting to warm up in the interior, although temperatures through the morning hours were quite cool. Most of southern BC and central BC will be above seasonal, with sunny skies anticipated. This is the reason why we're expecting more cloud cover. So there is a weak frontal band across southern BC, but it turns out Metro Vancouver and Victoria are just on the southern edge of it. So we're very lucky, because this could have been a little bit further south, and we certainly would have seen more cloud cover. But despite that, this is a weak front, and so we're not expecting much precipitation, if any at all. The best chance of it would be on the outer coast of Vancouver Island. Most areas will just see cloud cover, and then that's about it. So for those of you in the interior regions, you're also anticipating a similar pattern, where you'll see some cloud cover, but generally it will be bright, it will be dry, and temperatures will be above seasonal for this time of year. So really nice conditions for all the Remembrance Day ceremonies across the region. A whole different ballgame as we head into tomorrow, as periods of rain begins to shift in, and that opens the floodgates to a series of systems that will take over the area. So for today, enjoy while you have the beautiful conditions. We are certainly lucky to carve that out right on Remembrance Day, because beyond this, we're going to need our rain jacket for the next several days. We'll be right back into more typical November rain weather. So enjoy it. There you go. There's your 5-day forecast. All right, Jason, back to you.
Here is Kristi Gordon now with a look at the Remembrance Day forecast. Kristi.
Thanks so much, Jason. Well, things are certainly looking up as we head throughout the day. We are not anticipating any rainfall for the Metro Vancouver region. However, we'll see a bit of cloud cover at times, but still bright as well at times. At around 10 o'clock, we'll likely see temperatures climb to about 9 degrees, and we're anticipating highs reaching 11 or 12 degrees across the lower mainland, which is above seasonal for this time of year. And we'll look at the Victoria forecast in terms of what you can expect around the ceremony time. 8 degrees, partly cloudy skies. skies, and we'll see highs reach about 11 degrees by the afternoon. And for those of you in the Prince George region, also pleasant conditions. Highs likely at around 7 or 8 degrees, but around the 10 o'clock hour, still a little cool at 5. But considering you could be seeing snow for this time of year, that is welcome news. These are the daytime highs we're anticipating around the BC area, which is mostly above seasonal in many parts of the province, with that partly cloudy skies and mostly dry conditions. We are looking at a chance of showers on the outer coast of Vancouver Island and the north coast, but most other areas should be dry. It's Wednesday that we'll see the wet weather shift in, and you can see that moving in towards us by the morning hours. So here's a quick look. No rainfall expected today, but by tomorrow we're certainly expecting wet weather, and it looks like that wet weather is here to stay through the latter part of the week. So there's your Remembrance Day forecast, everyone, with bright skies in many areas. Yes, we'll still see cloud cover, but the chance of showers remains mostly in the Valemont area down towards Revelstoke, and then on the outer coast of Vancouver Island with periods of rain in areas like Tofino. So there's your 5-day forecast, which is certainly showing wet weather beyond that. So we're very lucky to carve out a nice dry day for today. Jason, back to you. Well, good afternoon. A quick look at the satellite image shows a weak frontal band across southern BC. We have seen cloud cover depending on your area at times, but for the most part, we're still seeing bright conditions and it is dry. We are still anticipating some wet weather on the outer coast of Vancouver Island and some parts of eastern BC. So Valemont, for example, down towards Revelstoke. But for the most part, conditions have been pretty nice for Remembrance Day ceremonies and as we head into the afternoon hours. So this is the trend that we're anticipating through the latter part of the day, highs reaching 11 or 12 degrees, which is above seasonal for this time of year. Yes, we'll see cloud cover at times, but that's about it. 10 degrees anticipated in the Kelowna region as well, some cloud cover, but also for the most part bright conditions. And for those of you in Prince George, up to about 7 degrees. So really pleasant conditions. Make use of today because we are going to see a change as we head into tomorrow. This is as we shift into Wednesday morning, 9 a.m. Wet weather shifting into the north coast region. You can see rainfall across southern BC, and this will continue to take over the province as we head throughout the day on Wednesday. And it's not just one system that we're going to be contending with. We've got several systems on deck. So here's the pattern. For those of you in the interior regions, today and tomorrow look nice. By Thursday, you'll see a change, and it means snowfall for the BC Peace River area. A bit of a different ballgame in through the Whitehorse region with a few flurries right now, and then we'll see more sunshine later on in the day. For coastal regions, we're expecting just a chance of showers today and tomorrow. We'll see partly cloudy skies on Thursday. Now for the Cariboo Central Interior, 2 days of dry conditions, but we are expecting snow changing to showers in the afternoon on Thursday. And for those of you in the Columbia Kootenay region, just a chance of showers on Wednesday, but then Thursday we'll see periods of rain. So you get the pattern. We'll see bright skies today, but by Wednesday, Thursday, we're expecting unsettled weather in many parts of the province, and that includes coastal regions. So a slight chance of showers in Whistler today, but overall we're trending towards bright skies and we're expecting wet weather on Wednesday and Thursday. Here's a look at that 5-day forecast where we will see rainfall on and off over the next several days. So make use of today as many areas will be above seasonal. Typically we'd be up to about 9. So 12 degrees is certainly pretty nice.
Kristi is here now with a look at our weather forecast. Kristi?
Yes, we are certainly lucky today, and not only in Metro Vancouver, but in Victoria region as well. So what we were anticipating yesterday is for this frontal band to be a little bit further south, bringing in the potential for more cloud cover through the morning hours and that slight chance of showers. But we were really on the southern edge of it through the morning hours, which was really lucky to get such a nice period of time for Remembrance Day ceremonies. We did see cloud cover on and off throughout the day from this frontal band, but it didn't amount to much, that's for sure. Let's take things into tomorrow morning, where we're going to see a big change though, with rainfall shifting into Metro Vancouver, and we'll see that along the southern edge of the BC US border. Some rainfall also for the north coast region. This is in the morning, and then by the afternoon that rainfall is set to shift in through most areas, and snowfall for the far northern regions. BC Peace River is still pretty nice for tomorrow, but by tomorrow overnight period and into your Thursday you'll see snowfall in your region. So substantial rainfall expected over the next several several days. It doesn't mean consistent rain, but we are going to see one system after another through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend, where by the end of the weekend, this is how much moisture we could see across the region. Quick look at your highways. We are anticipating cooler conditions for some areas overnight. Sea to Sky, Coquihalla, as well as Highway 3, Hope, Princeton, expecting just rain tonight and tomorrow, but the Okanagan Connector could see a few flurries tonight and into tomorrow morning before it changes to showers through the morning hours, and then in the afternoon conditions look much better for travel. So late morning, afternoon, we're back to just wet weather on all of those highways. In the meantime, bright skies for the northeast, but rainfall for the north coast, and we're expecting on and off showers all across the southern interior through the day tomorrow, especially in the afternoon, whereas the south coast will start to see the rainfall shift in the morning. Daytime highs will reach only 10 degrees. So we're certainly needing, or into that wet weather, needing a rain jacket or umbrella over the next several days. This is the pattern that we're expected. And I should highlight that yesterday we were talking about the potential for some sunshine over the weekend. And I know better than to do that when it's still so many days away, because as you can see here, the forecast has changed for our weekend, and it does look like we have some wet weather on the way. All right, tonight's Cloverdale Paint weather window is coming to you from Vancouver, where we had a nice shot from 2 days ago. Diane Barden capturing that great shot, looking out towards Metro Vancouver. Okay, back to you two.